us in San Jose, California, home to the San Jose State Spartans. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the San Jose State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Fresno State will kick it off, and we will be underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So San Jose State's offense will have the football first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking.
Turning it on! He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He might want another play. To the air on second down. Got his man. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. And the Spartans getting set on 1st and 10.
3 and 25.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smith. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. Guys, let's talk for a moment about San Jose State. Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around on that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's caught. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. With the catch, it's Smith. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Looking for space. It's Bates. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job. Nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
Touchdown, Spartans! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Fresno State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
But they need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
The Bulldogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Off play action. Snagged out of the air. Breaks into the open. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back. He breaks a tackle. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Bulldogs have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking downfield, it's Warner. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Toss to the outside. Finds a little space. Picks up the first down, still moving. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
How many ways can I get it to my running back who's a baller in space? This is a really good job. Just toss it to him, right? I want to throw it to him. Yeah, I want to run up the middle, but I want to get it to him as many ways as I can. Toss it to him, get him on the edge, do a good job sealing the edge. He'll do the rest. Just give him the ball in space, good things will happen.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Rides the back. The give on the option. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Spartans with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. We've come to the end of the period, and San Jose State is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. He'll go to the sneak. And the Spartans kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Handoff to the lone back. Shows him the stiff arm. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The Spartans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And the spin move bought him a little time, just not a lot of yardage.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Bates. Close to the end zone, and the ball's out.
Great job by this defense, not getting down, not quitting. They gave up some. The offense got in the red zone, but the important part of the field. They came up big, forces the fumble, and get the touchback.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They'll try the right side. Oh, better look out. Got enough for the 1st. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's 1st down from the 36. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. To the air, it's Warner. Throws to the wideout. Makes makes a connection. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. And the Bulldogs want to pick up the tempo.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
A little screen to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Fresno State. The extra point here would tie the game.
Yeah, and that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
And the Spartans can really attack on this second and short, making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. To the air on first down. Finds his target down the middle. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. The Spartans come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Across the 45. There he goes to the left. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
Well, there's a big run on offense, and guys, I don't think a defender even touched him anywhere near the line of scrimmage. That's how big that hole was.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, San Jose State.
Man, you see all the time this running back has spent in the weight room this offseason. Did you see that stiff arm? He just pile drive that defender into the ground, get off me, and he's able to walk in for the score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Michigan State is ahead in East Lansing, but that's not exactly Kenneth Walker III out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Army. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking to throw, it's Warner. Fires to the big fella. No chance to run, but still a good gain. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
The Bulldogs come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Grabbed behind the line, it's Anderson. Turning it up, just keeps moving. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he made the extra point without problem. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last... And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
Back to pass. Finds his man. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Pulls it in on the right. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. Grabbed in the middle. It's Campos. Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Catch in the middle, it's Coleman. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. And the Spartans racing to the line in a hurry up. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
And he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Throws for the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
Might be changing the route. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. Two teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Leaves it with the back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Fakes the grab. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. And the Bulldogs come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He'll sneak it. They've picked up a couple of first downs to start this drive, and now 1st and 10 from the 47. Use the play fake, now to throw. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Warner. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards. They got it. It's blocked. He didn't get it, and what a stop by this defense to get the football back.
I'll tell you, this defense, they're not giving anything up. Here in the second half, scoreboard all knotted up. What a great job getting that kick blocked to keep this thing tied.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down.
On target. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
He wants to throw it again. Takes a hit as he fires. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense Mahomes was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
The Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Gives it on the option. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. They bring the punter onto the field now. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They go to the ground, and the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the back. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Bulldogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to throw, it's Warner. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. Gets it out quickly.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Pocket breaking down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. And the Bulldogs really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a 1st down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run the draw. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Quarterback on the keeper. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Might want to muster up that protection. They had one blocked. Oh, they blocked it!
And what a time to do it. Tie ball game, 2nd half. You always talk about offense, you always talk about defense, but the special teams field goal block unit coming up big for this team.
This San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense.
He was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on second down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Quarterback may change this route. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Makes the grab. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Warner. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that one's incomplete. Fresno State will have to punt it away. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Leaves it with the running back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Well, they're going to RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
To the air, it's Warner. Pulls it in, it's McClain. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36. And the Bulldogs come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is.
Holding, receiving team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Okay. Cricket.
Running to the left. Got the first down and more. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here. And
there he goes. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Running back searching for a hole. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Takes the easy completion. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Looking for a man. It's Warner. Right on the money. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Hits him with a stiff arm. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, Who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
The give as they work on that clock. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on third down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
They try to pop a run on the draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So on fourth down, here comes the... kicker in a huge spot. And he had just enough to will that one home. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the fourth. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Warner. Working that wide receiver screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Second down, he'll throw it. Quickly to the tight end. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Time is not on their side. Down 6 late. Fourth down looming. They'll have to get this to stay in it. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Looks like the offense will just take a knee.